absenteeism, being absent from work for a long period of time, or repeated absences.
Bill's absenteeism is a big problem. He misses more days than he works.
Accrued vacation time, unused vacation time that continues to grow year after year. This can often be taken as cash at retirement or job termination.
Tara has close to 2 months of accrued vacation.
To be down, to feel temporarily depressed.
Andy's really been down ever since he lost his job. I hope he finds a new job soon.
To be out of a job, to be temporarily unemployed.
I just heard you were out of a job. Would you like to help me out at the office until something more suitable comes along?
Between jobs, in a period of unemployment.
Since Marco's between jobs, he's taking some classes to update his skills.
COBRA, Consolidated Omnibus Budget Reconciliation Act, a law that allows most workers who were covered by a company's health insurance during employment to continue to purchase that insurance for 18 months or longer after leaving the job. Usually companies with more than 20 employees must offer COBRA coverage.
When I retired, I decided to opt for COBRA coverage in order to have some sort of health insurance until I qualified for Medicare.
Eligible, qualified as for a job.
Human Resources removed the resumes of those who were not eligible for the position due to lack of experience.
Entitled, able to claim the right to something, eligible.
As an employee of this company, you are entitled to outplacement assistance, which will help you find another job before this one ends.
To downsize, to reduce personnel, to cut jobs. To be downsized means to lose one's job because of downsizing.
Many internet-based companies had to downsize during the dot-com crisis of the early 2000s.
Freelance, to do work independently of a company or agent.
Many journalists prefer freelancing so they can sell their work to whomever they want.
To get the boot, to get booted out. To lose a job, or more generally to lose any kind of relationship or affiliation.
If you don't meet the company's sales quota within your first or second year, you're likely to get the boot.
To get or to be fired. To lose your job because of poor performance, misconduct, etc.
Did you hear that Todd got fired for altering his time card?
Hardship, a difficulty, a trying situation.
My wife's pregnancy is turning out to be a real hardship for us. We'll be losing her income until a few months after the baby is born.
Human Resources, department dedicated to serving the needs of employees and prospective employees.
Stan checked with Human Resources to see what kind of employee benefits the company offered.
Job referrals, job prospects or potential employment opportunities often found through contacts within the company offering employment.
John got his job by checking into job referrals at the unemployment agency.
Job seeker, anyone looking for a job.
When unemployment rises, many job seekers will be out looking for a job.
To lay off, to be laid off. To remove from a job, or to lose a job that an employer has eliminated, usually because of a company's poor economic performance.
Mary was only one of many laid off during the last economic downturn, but when things got better, she got her old job back.
Networking, to network. Making connections, or to make connections through friends, coworkers, etc.
Fortunately, Selma began networking as soon as she discovered she was being laid off. She quickly found a good job through a former coworker.
Outplacement resources. Employment services such as job referral, job training, resume preparation, and so on that a company provides to terminated employees in order to help them find a new job.
We encourage you to take advantage of the generous outplacement resources that our company provides to those whose jobs are being terminated.
To outsource. To turn to a source that is outside of the company or even the country for a service, often in order to save money.
A lot of Americans have lost their jobs since some U.S. production companies outsourced their factories to China.
Overqualified. Having too much education, training, and/or experience for a job.
You know, Mr. Biddle, I'd love to hire you, but you're overqualified for this position. I'd be afraid you'd leave your job as soon as you found something more suitable to your skills.
Overspecialized. Having overly specific skills and training.
I'm sorry, Mr. Uyar. We need someone with a wider range of skills. You're just too over-specialized for our company.
Pink slip. Written notification of termination from a job.
Edgar, Ralph, and Jin were among the people who got pink slips today. I wonder if anyone else will be losing a job in this company before too long.
To pound, or to hit the pavement. To go out looking for support, financial assistance, or a job, often actually going door to door looking for work.
Tanya discovered that modeling is a lot harder than she had thought. Her agent told her to get a good portfolio and pound the pavement to get her face known.
Severance pay. Money that some companies provide when an employee is terminated.
Mac didn't qualify for severance pay when he lost his job because he hadn't been with the company long enough.
Termination. Job loss caused by a layoff, firing, or the conclusion of temporary employment.
At least 50 employees are facing termination due to the company's need to downsize.
Unemployment insurance. To be on unemployment financial assistance paid to eligible unemployed workers through a state-controlled insurance fund or to receive such assistance.
I'd rather be working than living off my unemployment checks who can survive on $400 a week with a spouse and 2 kids to support.
Unskilled labor. Work that does not require any special skills education or training.
In this day and age, it's difficult for many unskilled laborers to find work that pays enough for them to live on.
Willful misconduct. Behavior that violates rules or laws, either intentional or without concern for the consequences.
Jack was fired for willful misconduct after he didn't show up for work 2 days in a row and never bothered to call in.
Applicant. A person who applies for something such as a job.
Applicants must fill out the employment application forms and leave a copy of their resume with human resources.
Candidate. A person who is being considered for something such as a job.
Out of the 50 applicants, there are 3 pretty good candidates.
Career field. Area of specialization or career path.
Check with your career center for help finding the best career field for you before you start your job search.
Entrepreneur. A person who takes the risk of starting a business.
Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos are 2 world-famous successful entrepreneurs.
Follow-up interview. A second interview usually offered only to strong candidates.
We'll schedule follow-up interviews with the 5 strongest candidates next week.
To follow up on something. To inquire by phone, email, or letter about the status of something such as an application.
Hello, this is Brad Sims. I just wanted to follow up on my interview last week to see if any decisions have been made.
To get a handle on. To gain control of something, to understand something.
It takes time and patience to get a handle on a new job.
Headhunter. An independent recruiter of candidates for high-level positions, especially for corporations.
Damien believed he was capable of getting a position with more responsibility and more money, so he contacted a headhunter.
To jumpstart. To set something in motion. To reinvigorate something.
Trey and Mario had to do something to jumpstart their business, or else they would have been forced to shut down operations.
To land a job. To get a job, particularly one you really want.
After calling repeatedly over several months, Anton finally landed a job at the film company.
Marketable. Capable of being sold. Having enough appeal to sell well.
Greg lost his job, but he doesn't have to worry. With his experience, background, and education, he's very marketable.
Mentor. A teacher, someone more knowledgeable and experienced who can serve as a guide.
Kenji was Harris's mentor in the company. He taught Harris how to act in meetings, how to pitch ideas, and how to get to know the important people.
Resume. A written summary of your education, training, and experience given to a prospective employer when applying for a job.
Tara went to Acumen Resume Service because she needed a resume that would make her stand out as the best candidate for the job.
Self-marketing skills. Knowing how to sell or market yourself as in your abilities, experience, etc. to others, such as potential employers.
You'll need to have strong self-marketing skills to get a job in today's competitive market.
Self-starter. Someone with initiative who doesn't need to be told what to do. A person who can begin a project without extensive direction and prompting.
Jim has turned out to be a real self-starter. He always has good ideas for how to accomplish the company's goals.
Strategy. A plan of action.
Without a good strategy, it's impossible to be successful.
Temp agency. An employment agency specializing in temporary employment.
Chaz decided he would work for a temp agency to help pay the bills while waiting for a permanent job.
To think outside the box. To think creatively to come up with an idea that has never been tried before.
The director at the ad agency was always complaining that her employees didn't think outside the box. All of their ideas were unoriginal.
Teamwork. A team player cooperating on a team, or someone demonstrating the ability to work well with others.
It takes teamwork for a company to run smoothly and successfully, so we expect every one of you to be a strong team player.